All right, guys, welcome back to episode number 2 of the second season of our Johnny Football Player Mode Connected Franchise series. Today, we are going to get right into the game here, Browns at Jags. This is a second time that we've had a clash of these two squads in this series. Browns at Jags, of course, the subject of our last Madden series, where we rebuilt the Jags in a complete off-camera setting. Or I guess off-field setting would be a better way to say it. No gameplay, strictly simulation, strictly building a roster and seeing what we could do with that. Kind of the exact opposite, actually, of what we're doing now with Johnny Football, which is no roster moves, purely on-field stuff, which has been a lot of fun both ways. Cool, for sure. Quick channel announcement. This will disappoint a lot of people, so I apologize for that. However, the news is that I'm going on vacation, and as such, I will not be releasing any content on this channel from this Friday through the end of the month. I'm not going to be vacationing for all that time. Saying vacationing makes it sound a lot better than it actually is. I will be on vacation for a week out of town. Following that, I'm going to be doing some work in a city that is away from my home for 2 weeks. So I am leaving for 1 week for vacation purposes, and then the following 2 weeks for work purposes. And so I will not be able to do any recording or uploading for those 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, the vacation week and the work week, 2 weeks. So with that being said, this Thursday, episode number 5, of this second season will be the last episode for 3 weeks on this channel. I will not be uploading anything again until the first week of August. I apologize for that inconvenience for those people who watch these videos every day, who enjoy these videos. Obviously, you guys are the reason that I do these videos, and the fact that people watch them and enjoy them and love them is a huge part of the enjoyment that I get out of doing them. But with that being said, it's simply not possible for me to, first of all, to record while I'm there, and second of all, I just do not have the hardware or the time in the meantime to record 3 weeks of content ahead of schedule. I just don't. And so I would love to do that for you guys, but again, it's just not possible. So for 3 weeks, which again, I know is a long time, but for those 3 weeks, there will be no content on this channel that is new. That doesn't mean that you can't watch this channel. Obviously, we have a stock of almost 200 videos that you guys can check out if you want to go back and watch some of your favorite Buffalo Bills games, if you want to check out some of the Jags series that maybe you didn't see. We got a lot of practices on that provide some relatively interesting content, I think, at least. The point is there's different things to check out, but there will be no new episodes. Again, I apologize for that inconvenience. I also apologize for the last episode cutting off so suddenly. I hope you guys all saw a little annotation that I put there. Reason it ended a little early was just because my computer ran out of hard drive space, which is not normal or not uncommon. My computer does not have a hard drive nearly large enough to really do what it is that I do, and so that's a constant struggle for me. I'm hoping to procure a new computer in the sometime in the fall, but obviously computers are expensive, and being a very recent college graduate, I don't really have any money, so there's that. Anyways, on with the show. I've been playing and chatting this whole time. I suppose I could actually do some commentary about what I'm seeing on field. Basically what happened was Jags drove the entire field, got right down deep into our red zone, and then coughed up the drive, failed to convert, and so third down came up, and that play knocked down by the defensive tackle who's dropping back into coverage. I always love when defensive tackles drop back into coverage. It's pretty hilarious. Since then, Browns have taken over. By the way, halfback Ben Tate is out for 3 more games. He will miss significant time with his abdominal tear that he suffered last game. And so for the next 3 games, including today, Terrence West will be the starting tailback of these Cleveland Browns. He will be the starting halfback, and that's that. Here we go to him, and he is wrapped up immediately. Ouch. And that sucks. We lose those yards, and that's going to leave us for a 56-yard field goal. Fortunately, we have Justin Tucker, who's phenomenal. Hopefully, he can tie this game up. But that was a nice defensive stand by the Jags. They're on third down. That defensive tackle, not sure who he is. We'll go in a moment. And Justin Tucker misses. Come on, Tucker. You're getting paid millions of dollars here. You got to make that. I'll quickly hitting the pause. No, they won't let me hit the pause button. All right, I'll sim to player turn. And, wow, we get the ball back on the 47-yard line. That's got to be a pick or fumble. Didn't see what it was, but we'll quickly run through the Jags depth chart. We did this last season, but we'll do it again really quick just to give you guys a look. Blake Bortles, starting quarterback, up to 86 overall. Shane Vereen, 85. Fullback, Derek Coleman. Wide receiver, Cecil Shorts, Justin Blackman, Denarius Moore, Marquise Lee. Tight ends, Mercedes Lewis and Real Decatur. Luke Jokels moved over to the left tackle spot. Ramon Danshaw, left guard. Center, Nick Hardwick is hurt, so Luke Boanko will be there. Right guard, Jeff Linkenbach. Right tackle, Cameron Bradfield will be there. Defensive ends, Lamar Woodley is hurt. That's fortunate for us. Chris Smith in. Other side, Andre Branch is there. That's Justin Houston, I suppose, is playing linebacker. Defensive tackle, Antonio Smith is there, as well as Tyson Alulau. I think that's how you pronounce that. Some sick defensive players for Justin Houston on the one side, Telvin Smith in the middle on the other side, Desmond Bishop. I don't know what that means for Ryan Kerrigan. Is Ryan Kerrigan not starting? He's really elite. He's a really good player. They should be starting him. Gratz and McCray, of course, Davon House and Will Blackman, the corners. Kerry Rhodes, the free safety, strong safety. The rookie sensation, Jonathan Cyprin. Kicker, Josh Scobie. Punter, Brian Anger. Kick returner, Marquise Lee, who will be handling the punting return duties as well, who is now in his second year, first-round pick of the Jaguars a year ago. So here come the Browns. Fortunately for us, we are still just 3 points down. We drove the field last drive. Drive stalled. However, despite the attempted field goal, no such luck. Tucker missing from 56. Granted, 56 is a long distance, but Tucker is paid phenomenal money. He's paid more than $4 million a season to be a kicker. That's pretty rare that you get paid that much money to kick the football in any league anywhere. So for him to miss that field goal, not impressed. Considering he's making more money than Johnny Manziel, would like to see him produce a little more than that. Cole, meanwhile, who's now the backup halfback, making 2 catches out of the backfield. That's nice. So far this season, we've had some trouble finding our wide receivers. They've had trouble getting open. Certainly, I think there have been a few times where they've come open and we failed to get them the football. But I think more than that, they've just failed to come open. They've been struggling to find a way to maneuver themselves properly to get open. Fortunately for us, Rudolph stands in, goes over that. Cameron is still out. Cameron was shaken up earlier. He will be back, but not for a moment or two, which is why we're lucky to have Rudolph. We signed him this past offseason, 3 years, $4.5 million. Browns management finally throwing the offense a bone with that signing. And we're going to take off here. Manziel up the sideline, brought down by Gratz at the 1-yard line. Solid run there. We had some passing options, but as I've said on this channel many times, if I have the option to run or pass, I'm going to run every single time. Reason being, why pass the ball and risk a drop when you can just do it yourself? And there we go. We do it ourselves again. Johnny Manziel gets into the end zone. Touchdown Browns. They go up by a score of 7-3 on the Tucker PAT. Ensuing drive, Jags go 3 and out. Browns take over. 5:19 left in the second quarter. Time's been going by super quickly here. Jags driving. Anytime in this setting with all the defensive snaps for the Browns being simulated, the time just flies when the other team is able to successfully drive the field. And that is certainly the case here. Sub 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Cameron is back in the game, which is wonderful news for us. We're going to go over the middle to Josh Cameron, who makes the catch, 7 yards for Gordon, who's been very quiet this season. Gordon had a phenomenal 2013. So far this campaign, he has been, I won't say lackluster because I don't think we've looked for him a whole lot, but certainly he hasn't. I'll just say this: I wouldn't say he's presented himself as a target on a whole lot of plays this year. There he was open to a relative degree at the sideline. The rookie sensation was narrowing in, so we check it underneath to Cameron, who makes a nice grab. Would love to get it to Gordon here on the out route. Look for Benjamin up the top. They will be my first two reads. West will get. Let's get West running the streak. You never know. If nobody goes with him. Fortunately, Benjamin comes open. Manziel throws a stinker. Manziel threw a couple real stinkers last game, and that is certainly the case here again today. That one, a very errant throw. He had an open, very open Travis Benjamin, which he does on this play again. We try and lead him upfield, and he does get there for the first down on 2nd and 10, 11 yards to Benjamin up the right sideline. That goes for a first down up to the 24-yard line of the Jags. Looking to keep the ball in the air. Over 3 minutes left in this one. Cameron will get him running the fly or the curl route, and some short option to the left-hand side. We'll get Andrew Hawkins. Hopefully, no, he cannot make a move there to break that tackle. Still a nice gain on first down, bringing up 2nd and 4. We'll hand the ball off here, off tackle to West. Hopefully, he can get around the edge. Reese, with his speed, certainly will be able to get there in time. Unfortunately, West turns that up inside. I actually am a fan of that decision. I didn't think he was going to be able to get out and around the defense there. So he gets 1.5 yards up the gut, and that sets us up nicely for third down. Would have been nice if we could get more, obviously, but it is what it is sometimes. And Travis Benjamin open in the end zone, touchdown, Browns. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. Travis Benjamin was a guy who didn't get a chance all last regular season. Finally got his chance in the playoffs and made a few really nice catches for us. Jags start their drive off with a 20-yard reception, follow it up with a 3-and-out after that. 3 incompletions in a row from Bortles. And so Browns, with 1:26 left, are going to get another opportunity to put some points up before the half. They go ahead on the strike to Cameron, who breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet, down at the 32-yard line of the Jags. We'll go no huddle here. And let's go ahead. Let's go wide receiver in. Play action. I'd love to hit Gordon here with Cyprin pinching way up in man coverage. And Gordon steps in. He makes the catch, and he gets in for the score. Josh Gordon. What a catch down the... Oh, just right there in the seam. Perfect. He's celebrating. We'll get a thumbnail. Because when I don't take thumbnails early in videos, I just forget. Let's go ahead. Let's get Gordon. I don't think Gordon's ever had a thumbnail. It'd be great for him to get one, especially with him making that catch in some traffic with Gratz. Or is that... No, that's not the rookie sensation. This one's going to be hard to frame properly, I feel like. Gordon. Let's get this camera angle moved. Let's get it up. Not too much. There we go. Josh Gordon making a catch there. I don't think that'll be our best thumbnail ever, but it'll serve its purpose. So here we go. 21-3. All of a sudden, the Browns offense has struck lightning, and the Jags defense coughs it up again. 5 seconds left. I say we just air it out. I'm not a fan of taking a knee before the half. I want to air it out. We'll get Benjamin running the fly. We'll get Cameron. Let's get him running the... he can run the fade. He'll be behind Benjamin. Benjamin's definitely got more speed. And, Freeman off the edge. And he makes a big hit on Manziel. Fortunately, Manziel had got the ball away first. Let's go ahead, pass it again. This time... let's go verticals. Sure. We'll get Hawkins crossing the field. I think there's a pretty good chance Hawkins comes open. Defense is rarely prepared for that crossing route. And it's picked off by Dwayne Gratz. Dwayne Gratz makes the interception, and he's brought down. No problem at the 40-yard line. No harm done. Manziel, his second pick of the year, but yet to have an interception that really hurt us in any way, fortunately. Second half, we'll start off immediately. And the best part is the Browns are going to start with the football. Already up 21-3. Browns take over at their own 20-yard line here in Jacksonville, a place that we were very familiar with, again, as the Jacksonville Jaguars in our last Madden series. Though we never really played. We never played any games. We never saw the stadium in the entire series. We did manage the team for 5 years, so very familiar with a lot of mainstays on that roster. Mainstays including Dwayne Gratz, Demetrius McCray, the rookie sensation Jonathan Cyprin. Even when he wasn't a rookie, he was still the rookie sensation. Yeah, a lot of fond memories of working with that roster. Justin Blackman, Cecil Shorts were there for our whole stay in Jacksonville. Yeah, a lot of solid players. So we have a couple of those guys on our squad at the moment. Uche Nwaneri, the guard, is a guy who we jettisoned right at the beginning of the Jags series because his contract was terrible. He signed as a free agent 1 year, $3 million to play right guard for us this year, which is solid. Dave and Joseph left in free agency, so we bring in Nwaneri, who's as good as Joseph or maybe even a little better. His mobility is terrible, but his strength is excellent, so his run blocking ability certainly second to none. There, Gordon makes a nice catch in traffic. McCray following him across the field the whole way. Gordon having a much better game today than he did in the season premiere. He's got almost 50 yards and a touchdown through 2 quarters, and just over 2 quarters, I guess I should say. Here standing in, Hawkins in traffic makes a nice catch, beating the zone. Gratz makes the tackle. Hawkins, 3 catches, 30 yards. Nice to see so far. I will admit, I was concerned at the beginning of the season, and I touched on these concerns in our first season closing video from last Thursday, as well as, and that's a bad decision. Lefeged, is that a name? Picks off Manziel. That was just a bad decision. I thought Lefeged was going to break his coverage away. I was looking for Bueno. I was excited to get the rookie his first catch. And unfortunately, that did not work out at all. Lefeged just sat down there. And again, I thought he was going to pop up in coverage. We were going to beat him over the top. Instead, he sat down perfectly. And ouch. Second pick of the day for Manziel. But hey, again, last season, I think we threw 17 picks in 16 games. And at the beginning of the season, with a rookie quarterback especially there, Manziel, errant throw, looking there for, I think that was Bueno again. It might have been face on, actually. Anyways, doesn't matter. Point is, last season, I kind of set my unofficial goal at 1 pick a game. 16 picks on the season. Because when you're working with a rookie QB, West drops the football. Jeez, we got to get a first down here, guys. We can't get pinned this deep. The point is you don't want to have too high expectations. For a normal quarterback, my goal for the year is about 8 picks, not throwing more than 8 as a limit. I don't mean, of course, that I want to throw 8. I mean, of course, I want to limit it to 8 or less. Basically, 1 every 2 games. Because, I mean, if you're throwing the football, even on a slightly regular basis, there are times where the quarterback just throws a bad pass, or there are times where defensive players just make ridiculously athletic plays, or there's times where you just make a mistake, like the last pick. Admittedly, I should not have thrown that pass, but I did anyways. And it cost us that first down. Their face-on makes the first catch of his career, one of our draft picks from this season. I don't think his ceiling is very high, but nice to see that he can make a catch when he has to. Here we'll look to go to the screen pass to Gordon on the right-hand side, by the way. And yeah, that's set up nicely. Nice group of blockers set up. Boom, boom, beautiful. 9 yards up the sideline. That is exactly what you want out of that screen pass. But last season, I went barely over. I was hoping for 16 or less, and I got to 17. This year, I'm hoping to get 10 or less, and having 3 through 2 games is not a good start necessarily in that regard. But again, we're a team who has to air it out a lot because our run game is very hit and miss. Though we will run it right here on 3rd and 1 with West Reese off the left-hand side. But I would like to trim that down and just make sure that we don't get too crazy when it comes to the picks. 4th and inch is upcoming. This could very well be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Again, this game is just absolutely flying by here. The Jags chewing up some clock on offense, though it hasn't translated to points for them very well. Manziel up and over. Alex Mack, first down. He gets 4 yards out of that. Ryan Kerrigan with a tackle. Ryan Kerrigan's got to be playing in the linebacking course somewhere. interesting the way that they've divvied up that playing time on the defensive roster in Jacksonville. Clearly, they've made some big free agent acquisitions, and I mean, so far, I mean, against us, they've played pretty decently. This defense has given us a run for our money, certainly. Interesting to see the way they're divvying up that play time. Double tight set to the right-hand side. Rudolph and Cameron, two of my favorite guys on this squad. Two excellent targets for us out of the tight end spot. And Rudolph is going to come open. Hopefully he can turn it upfield. He does. Brought down, and he's injured. Great. As anyone who watched last season knows, Jordan Cameron goes down about once every 4 games. He goes down with injury. And so hopefully this is not a pattern for Rudolph. Hopefully this is a one-time thing, because if Rudolph and Cameron go down with injury on that regular basis, then we could be in trouble. Fortunately, West gets a great run up the gut. That'll keep the clock moving, and that'll keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the Jags 36. We'll run off the right-hand side here. Reverse field. And West gets the handoff, and he's immediately brought down in the backfield. Justin Houston undressed Jordan Cameron on that block and just absolutely drove by him. Got to the backfield, no problem whatsoever. I mean, granted, Justin Houston is elite, but man, Jordan Cameron, you got to throw a better block than that, buddy, if you're going to give our team any chance. There we check it down, and the screenplay into Nwaneri, who I mentioned earlier, does not move well. Doesn't get over in time to throw that block. That is really the flaw with Nwaneri's game. He's got pretty elite strength and blocking ability. Kyle Rudolph, by the way, could return today. We'll sit him for the rest of this one because the chances of him re-injuring or making his injury worse, I guess I should say, are very high. He's got bruised ribs, so we'll let him sit. But he should be back for next week, which is very important. 3rd and 17. We'll get Benjamin running the fly. We'll see if we can pump fake that. We do. He is still picked up. No, he's not. He is wide open in the end zone. The safety lets him go by. Touchdown. Jonathan Cyprin did it. Oh, boy. Last season when we played the Jags, the same thing happened. Episode was called Up and Over, the rookie sensation. And today, wow, they just lose Benjamin in the zone coverage. Benjamin right here, I saw, okay, right now, right about this point, I saw that motion. You can see left to right. Boom, right there. Cyprin moving over. I thought, okay, Cyprin's moving up to pick him up. And then all of a sudden, Cyprin beats it the other way. And that's when we go, holy crap, I got to pull the trigger on this one. Easiest touchdown of Travis Benjamin's career. Might be the easiest touchdown of Johnny Manziel's career. And that score, boom, 28-3. You got to figure that just about ends this game. Jags unable to get a first down. And that should really seal it. We're going to just drive this one out to finish off this game. Benjamin, open again. Makes a nice catch, strips a tackle. Benjamin, 4 catches, 92 yards. Not bad for a cat who was 5th on the depth chart last season. I knew Benjamin had elite speed. We worked with him in the preseason a little bit. But man, oh man, it is excellent to see him flourish here and to be playing really well. That is absolutely phenomenal. Honani with a tackle there at the 34-yard line of the Jags. We'll just keep running the football, get this clock down as much as possible. We are already in field goal range. Not that we necessarily need the points, but we'll just feed West the rock. Second straight play. He could choose up 4 yards up the gut, and we're just going to go ahead, call another play to get this clock run down. A little more halfback MTN stretch. I assume that means mountain? I don't know. I don't know why I assume it means mountain. Gordon going to come in motion, and then we'll head to the right side here. And West, no. I thought if he really went for it, he could have got to the edge. He doesn't as it stands. But that's fine. We can let the clock run down. And we'll go for the field goal here, folks. No issues. 47 yards out. Tucker should have this all day, every day. Hopefully he does not disappoint us again. It would suck. He went 1 for 1 last week. It would suck if he started the season 1-3 with what he's being paid. Sure enough, though, he makes it. Tucker 1 for 2 on the day. And again, when you miss a 56-yarder, that one gets an asterisk beside it. It's from 56 yards out. Jags driving to a degree, chewing up some of the clock, which is obviously not what they want to do. They do get a touchdown to Moore. With 1 minute left, Browns take over, recovering the onside kick. You got to figure that if we run the football here, up by 3 touchdowns, the Jags will not use their timeouts. Hopefully they won't. If so, this will be the second, or if they don't, this will be the second last play of the game. If they do, well, we'll see. And fortunately, they don't. So this will just give us an opportunity to kneel once, close out this game, and it has been a nice game. It's been a nice game. It's been a lot of fun. Coming back to Jacksonville, doing our thing here, and seeing a lot of the talent they have here in Jacksonville. It was a one-sided game today, but a lot of young, good players here. We take a knee. That'll be the final. That'll be the final play of the game. Again, to recap, the schedule will be episode. This is episode 2 released today. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will all have new videos, and so you guys will see the first 5 episodes of the second season of this series. Get 5 regular season games under your belt, and then Friday, that happy Friday, will be my first day off. I am leaving very early. I have a flight at 4 a.m. on Friday away from my hometown, and sure, we'll give Marcel Reese a carry. Why not? Reese up the gun last play for 7 yards, and that's game. So that's my schedule, and then I'll be back the very first week of August. Again, I know it's a lot of time off, but this is just the best of a bad situation. I cannot record possibly while I'm on the road, and again, I just do not have the hardware to save the episodes up and then release them. So that being what it is, let's go check out the stats. Johnny Football, 25 of 34, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Solid game. Blake Bortles, 17 of 28, 179 for 1 touchdown, no picks. Decent game from Bortles, but for the second time in their career, Johnny Manziel, Blake Bortles meet each other. Manziel comes out on top. Vereen, 15 for 39. West, 11 for 32. Johnny Manziel, 5 for 23 and a score. Marcel Reese, 1 for 7. Blake Bortles, 1 for 3. Receiving-wise, Denarius Moore led the way. 8 catches, 92 yards and a score, leading the way for the Browns. Wow, Travis Benjamin, 4 for 92, 2 scores. Cameron had more, 6 for 105, but those 2 scores really jump off the page. Gordon, 4 for 58 and a score. Nice to see him going a bit today. Kyle Rudolph, 3 for 37. Hawkins, 3 for 30. All in all, solid game, sharing the ball around on the offensive side of the Cleveland side of the ball. Tackles, Telvin Smith with 8, Justin Gilbert with 6, sacks in this one, 2 for Jarrell Casey, the big free agent pickup for the Browns. Barkevius Mingo chips in 1. Picks, Joe Leffigen with 1, Dwayne Gratz with 1 as well. Kicking-wise, Justin Tucker goes 1 for 2, Josh Scobie 1 for 1. Punting-wise, Brian Anger has 5 punts, none for the Browns. That's always a good sign. Kick returns, boom. Punt returns, boom. And that is all, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. Episode 2, Season 2 in the books. 3 more episodes before the break. We'll make the most of them. We'll enjoy them. We'll have a lot of fun. And until tomorrow, I thank you so much for joining me. I'm Tuxedo T-Shirt, and I'm out.